So we're back this week with episode 12 of Isle of Dread, as we're getting close to the climactic finish. Our adventurers have traveled to the island within the island, in the caldera. They're in this center island of the island, and as they last week we saw them conquer this gargantuan crab, which ended up being like this guardian. And as they made way onto the island, they met a village of natives that at first they didn't speak the same language, but Volo was able to kind of cast some spells to kind of help them kind of communicate. And part of the mystery started unraveling a little bit as they met these villagers. They found that one of the villagers there had a young child, a baby, of looks like a half dragon that they called what's the name? Mavok, sorry. And it seems that one of the villagers had gotten with a dragon of some sort and had this half-dragon child, which they called Mavok, which they also called the dragon Mavok. So there was a lot of interesting...
it's all very confusing.
It's all very confusing, right? And it also kind of intertwined with the vision that the McGrundens had since the very beginning. This vision of this girl being thrown off this ledge, and McGrunden like chasing after her as she's being like basically plummeting to her demise into the ocean with the circling sharks. And he noticed that person that he's had this vision about is actually this young girl in this village. So the question is like, are you seeing the future of something that's about to happen? And you tried to warn her about this, and you also found out that there's seems to be some other beings on the island called the Kapru, and it was seemed like these evil spirits or demons or something, but they seemed to blame all of their ill will, anything that happened, they blamed it on the Kapru. It was like, oh, if somebody in the village was a thief or did something wrong, they would excommunicate or kill that person to rout out the evil that the Kapru had brought into this village. And it was something that y'all had kind of put together, that maybe what you're seeing is eventually they're going to blame her for something like that. Like, you just kind of felt like whatever was going to befall her, maybe that was going to be the road that it would take. And you tried to warn her, but it didn't really go over that well. There was a lot of confusion, and they talked about, we'll talk about more of this in the morning. They invited you in. Y'all had kind of made friends with the villagers, and you had had this grand feast where they gave you fish, and they gave you this ale that they had made off the island. And during all of that, our friend Finn decided to go scout the other side of the island where this temple is that apparently the Kapru come from, like this forbidden side of the island. Well, he swims over there, and he sees that there are other villagers at the temple, and he saw warriors, he saw women, he saw children, and they were...
I thought he did not see women or children, only warriors.
No, he saw women, children, and warriors.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he did pick up a crate thing that they were loading off of a boat, and he swam back to the other side. And you know what? Now that you mention it, I think he did only see warriors. I think you are correct.
It was at night. They may have if there is a village there, he may have only seen the warriors at night, and the women and children were inside. I don't know.
I believe he only saw warriors. Now I'm recalling. So, anyways, he got the crate. He brought.
But
it
you're
back.
saying there's a whole village.
There is a village. Quite possible. So he grabs the box. He comes back and he gives this to Glendon, who's able to look at it and sees like some nightshade and some very thick spider silk, and was kind of curious why they were creating all of this stuff inside the temple. With that, y'all slept, and you woke up the next morning, and the village, you're still there, but the village was gone. Y'all had woken up, and there's still, this outcropping of where these buildings might have been at some point, but it had been completely lost to time. And you knew, because of some things that Barnabas had told you, that there seems to be that time was acting strangely on this island. And it seems that as you woke up, that y'all had somehow communicated and been with either something in the past or now you're somewhere in the future. But remember, Barnabas told you that the time on this island did not seem to move
Linearly.
in a linear fashion, right? So with that, y'all have just woken up and you're looking around and you're seeing, the remnants of this camp where there would have been this big stone building. There's only rubble and like an outline of where it's almost like the stacked stone that's left, but all the thatch roofing, all that's completely gone. It's just stacks of stones at this point. So with that, it is morning, and what would you like to do? We'll start with McGrundle.
Do we still have the crate of nightshade and spider silk?
Yes, you do.
Is that still with us? Oh, okay. And Glendon, had you taken a look at any of that yet, or gotten the chance to? If there's anything you can do with that?
So we found out there was some mushrooms. Was that the nightshade? Was the mushrooms?
No, the mushrooms are something different.
Okay. There were mushrooms, nightshade, and spider silk. And I think that's about all we saw in there, wasn't it?
Right. You do know that nightshade's generally made of some type of poison. It has poisonous effect. It can cause people to sleep. You're not sure about the mushroom or the spider silk is very strange. It's extremely thick.
Okay.
So it sounds like our plan. It's not like we can talk to the villagers now at this point.
Right.
I wonder if
They're gone.
I wonder if the other thing is still over there, the temple.
Yeah, and that's the question: is do we go over there and see if they're still around, or do we change our plans and go to the High Plateau?
The High Plateau was where y'all were supposed to be going to beginning, and that is basically, if we go back and look at the island.
We are curious about the temple, though.
So the temple is kind of on this side of the island, and y'all are here, and then you've got this High Plateau.
What do you guys think? Should we go to the temple? Should we go to the High Plateau?
I think we should check out the plateau first.
All right. And Danny abstains.
No, I was. Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably go to the top.
Okay.
All right.
What
So we
kind of-
start packing up our supplies, bedrolls, whatever. We wake up Barnabas if he's not awake already.
He's already up.
Sleepyhead. And we'll head to the High Plateau.
All right, so Feligar, Volo, and Barnabas, they get all their things together. Volo is just looking around like, this is so strange. Like, he's actually very interested because he has some skill with archaeology, and he's actually looking at the outcropping of the buildings. And, he looks at this like, this has been sitting here for centuries. Like, this is, you can tell just with the calcium built up on the rock and everything.
That long, huh?
Yeah, it's centuries. Or longer. Like, it's extremely old. Where before everything was, felt like been there for a few generations, but it felt old. It felt newish, or clean, like it lived in. This looks like it's been sitting here and just the weather torn, has worn on it for so long.
Is it just the buildings and this village, or are there other signs of centuries passing throughout the rest of the island? Erosion on the rocks, maybe, or anything like that?
Everything about this side of the island looks a little bit different. I mean, there is erosion. There's actually, but see, like where there was that fish hatchery, there's like, it looks like there's new rock that's been formed there, possibly from a volcanic eruption or something. So the whole topography of the island seems slightly different than what y'all came up to originally. Feligar is doing his prayer walk as he does in the morning. He seems slightly hungover, possibly, and Barnabas is kind of doing the same. He seems to be walking, pacing back and forth, and kind of muttering to himself, which is, You haven't seen this behavior. He's normally one who sits and kind of meditates and ponders. He's actually kind of pacing about the village.
Well, I'll approach Barnabas and Barnabas. What's wrong? You said time is acting strangely here, but you seem unsettled, more unsettled about it than you were yesterday.
Something has happened in the night. We have traveled far into the future, or perhaps we were in the past. But either way, I feel that our own presence has been pushed forward.
Any idea how that might happen? Have you
The ways of Savros
tried to reach out?
Are very mysterious indeed.
Yes, but have you tried to speak to him this morning or reach out?
Well, I can certainly try. Is there something you'd like me to ask him specifically?
Specifically, if this might happen again in the next 24 hours.
Okay. Well, with that, he sits down. He pulls out his shield. He starts getting the dice and the little bone chips together, and he reaches out and he goes, "Oh, Mighty Savros, do you see that this will be something that will happen again? Is this a regular occurrence on this island? Should we prepare ourselves for moving to and fro the ways of time?" So let's see what.
I'm definitely worried about Fro.
Right.
Higgledy-piggledy, hither and thither.
He stops.
Juicy Piggly Wiggly.
He stops. He says, "Oh, this is strange and odd indeed. I feel no connection to the pantheon of our old world. Something has happened."
Is different than. Did you feel any such shift when we went through the portal to this realm in the first place?
No, I feel that something very terrible has happened. He seems distraught. He doesn't seem to have a connection to Savros right now.
Okay. I think we need to go up the mountain.
Yeah. Barnabas, get your things. We'll try and take your time off of it, or take your mind off of it. We have a job to do. We'll do that, and then we'll see if we can help you.
Okay. So with that, y'all begin to climb the mountain. Feligar is walking back and forth. He's kind of stumbling in the back a little bit. Volo is even further back. He's just not quite as physically fit to climb the mountain, so he's kind of dragging a bit. Barnabas is kind of keeping up, and he's still praying. He's still reaching out. You can see an emotion in Barnabas that no one has seen. Where he is always very here. He just stays here. And now there seems to be like an anxiety of what this possibly could mean. You're seeing he's nervous. What are y'all doing? Is there anything y'all are doing specifically as you're basically making this climb up to the plateau?
I want to try to figure out where the water could have been leaped into from this height.
Okay, ask that one more time.
Like, the vision he talked about was somebody jumping from a cliff. I want to try to figure out where the cliff is, because it's not where we're looking at, because that wouldn't reach the water.
Okay. As you're getting back up, what you can't see on the other side of this is that it kind of cuts in like this. As you're walking up, you're looking over, and as y'all are walking, it's going to take you a couple hours to get up here. But as you're looking up, you can see that the highest point of this is actually like the edge of a cliff that overlooks the ocean. So basically, it's the backside of the image you're seeing here. So there is a point where you could actually reach the water. You could leap from this. It would be a ridiculous drop, but you could actually reach the water from up here.
Mm-hmm.
Glendon.
I'm going to reach out to my unicorn and see if they're still there.
Okay. You reach out, and as you reach out, you don't sense the presence of your unicorn.
Oh.
We still have the spyglass.
You do.
Can we look back to the beach and see if we see either the building, the corpse of the crab, the giant Donkey Kong creature?
Yes. And are you doing that?
Who has the best perception? Wes, is it you? Lyndon, is it you?
Actually, you're the
got
captain.
plus
You do it.
2.
You've got it. McGrundon.
Fine. I'll do it. Oh, mine's not bad at all. I take it back. 21.
As you look through, you do see the body of the gargantuan crab still up on the shore. You see lots of fowl flying around, picking at it. Give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. Do. 3.
Carry on.
I get it. Because it's carrion.
All right. So, anything else you want to do as you're marching up?
So the thing still looks freshly dead?
Yes.
What about the building? Is the building still ruins there, or is it?
It does appear to be.
There could be some kind of rift between here and there, but nothing that I saw that was visible.
I'm gonna pray, see if Maliki's still there. I already know the answer, but I gotta try. I gotta know.
You gotta know.
What was it? What I roll?
13. What's your religion bonus?
Nothing.
Okay, so straight, so it's a 15. Okay. You are praying to Myliki, and you do sense her presence, yet distant. And you sense that where before everything with Myliki is very youth, and she's very young deity. She's bountiful, and now you sense a very old, wise version of Myliki.
Like a spring to winter type thing.
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha.
There seems to be some great passage of time, so much so that it has affected the pantheon.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we have definitely been flung into the future.
Did Myliki murder Severus? There's been changes at the top, and I don't like it. All right, I guess we continue our journey to the top.
Okay.
I
As
have
you
nothing
get
else.
closer to the top, you do see that there is some type of stone altar structure at the top. As you reach the top, you see that there is a stone table, and there is like a carved out statue. It's extremely worn to time, but it does look like the form of a woman that is overlooking and looking out in the distance over the rocks. And as you get to the top, you're looking at it. You're extremely high at this point, and you look over, and just a few feet in front of her is the drop into the ocean itself. You look over, and Finn, you're there first. You've always been kind of the scout. And as you go up, you see a strange, almost like runes like carved into the side of this altar that's up there. And you see this woman that's reaching out. It's really worn to time. Like one of her arms is off and laying onto the ground. On the other one, you see her hand is completely missing. So it looks like this has been here for a long time. It's just completely weathered, either from a storm or from some type of volcanic eruption, because there's cracks in the foundation of both the altar itself and also into the stone. So there definitely feels that like this is extremely old.
Is there still a face left on the statue?
Yes.
Does it remind me of the face that was in the swamp when we landed?
It does. It does look like it's similar.
Do I have any kind of knowledge from my time as a false prophet of Umberly?
You do. You want to give me a religion check?
Do a D4.
This will be the first one. This statue is very worn. You feel that it could be an early depiction of Umberlee. It does seem to be that you've seen there are different iterations of her appearance. The one that is in Baldur's Gate that you're most familiar with is a newer rendition of it, but you do seem to recall in some ancient sacred texts that some of the earlier carvings of her looks more similar to this one. Not the skin just isn't quite as smooth. It's just like the way that the newer artists have carved her just makes her seem more flawless, where this looks more like the original take on Umberlee. As you're looking over that, Volo is looking over, and he's like doing like a rubbing of all of the runes and stuff. And as he's doing that, he's uncovering. This is a technique that some archaeologists do because there's going to be part of the rune that you can't see because it's so weathered. But as he does like this rubbing and he pulls it out, he's actually able to see more of it. He begins to cast a spell over this, and as he reads over this, he says, it talks about some maiden, her beauty, but the beauty here is a beauty above land is named Amber, but her beauty faded to the below, which is Umberlee, beauty below.
I was gonna ask, did we ever get the maiden's name from that village?
You didn't, but the story that he tells here is that this is when Amber was tossed into the sea.
Ooh.
Wasn't that her pendant that you had?
Yes. It appears that this woman that y'all had met on this island, Amber, who you never got the name of, the mother of Mavok, was Umberlee.
Wow. Go figure. It's pretty neat. It all ties back in.
What do you think about putting the necklace back on the statue?
I was just thinking there. Is there a place on the statue where this necklace might go?
You do see that
other than around the neck.
You do see that there's a part of it that's been like chiseled out. You definitely see where this could have gone. There's an indentation of it. So so you take it off, you put it back on there. Now when you do that, there is a brief moment for McGrundon. Time stands still for you, and as you begin to look around, you see something that you're not quite. It's hard to explain, but what you're seeing is that something from this world is either has or is about to pass into Faerun. The same way that you traveled here, you see something from here traveling back to Faerun, and it ends Faerun. And you kind of see this path that Umberlee set you on, and you feel that this was her way to help you be at a place that
stop
you needed
this
to
thing
be.
from entering Faerun.
One thing that you've kind of understood about the gods is that they can't directly intervene, but they can kind of prod people into the direction to intervene for them.
So what did I'm not following. Something was going to enter?
Something from this world enters from Mastar, enters into Faerun and ends Faerun.
Ends it like as in destroys it?
Right. The time that you're in now is after that event has happened. And in this moment,
that's why the gods of Faerun are
distant
or gone or distant.
Yeah. So you're in right now. You're in this time, and you're kind of looking around, and in this instantaneous moment, you turn and look, and you feel completely different. While you now have lost the abilities that were on the amulet itself, one thing that the other two, y'all don't even notice it different. This is just the way it's always been. McGrundon has wings. He always has. But to McGrundon, you know that...
Oh, snap.
You're now a half dragon. You weren't before, but now to the people...
To them, I always have been.
To them, you always have been.
Holy smokes. Do I have the horns and the tail as
You
well?
have the horns, you have the tail, and you have the wings. You have a flying.
So do we
sticking out.
not remember what happened?
You just know that you were up here. You know that he put this in there. But as far as his transformation, there is none. There's never a time that you remember him not having those wings.
But we still remember coming over on the boat. All
Everything else is the same, but McGrundon himself has always been a half dragon.
that. Okay.
Nice.
What happened? What?
So he's back
did
now. So
something happen?
McGrundon is back. You just see McGrundon kind of snap too as he puts that in.
So it didn't do anything.
What? Do you not notice the wings, the horns, the tail? What do you mean it didn't do anything?
Yeah.
It did all this.
Yeah. All right. You got wings and a tail. Rub it in. All right. Yeah. Good. All right.
Now
Wasn't trying to
McGrundon,
gloat.
as you're looking around, the topography of the island is different than what you recall just before you put it in. You're looking back now at a younger island.
So it's not as eroded before.
No.
Do the two of you notice this? That the island is not weathered like it was before.
They do not. To them, it was seamless.
Barnabas, how's Barnabas looking?
Barnabas looks over.
The even keel as always,
No,
or
he
or
looks
is he
over at you
still?
and he just kind of nods at you like he knows something has happened. He feels the.
How's your connection to Severus?
Well, my connection to
Is
Severus,
it strong again?
Well, it has never been broken.
Okay. Or something odd happened when I put the pendant back on the statue, and none of you have noticed. But we need to. There's something heading to Faerun, and it's going to destroy Faerun. Essentially, something from this world is heading into that one, and we need to figure out what it is. It's either could be at the temple. We could check with the villagers, or it could be heading back towards the portal already.
When you say that, Feligar looks over you and he says, "Silence. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?" And in the very far distance, you hear the rhythmic sound of drums being beaten in the distance on the other side of the island, the far side of the island.
Where the temple was?
It would be on that side, yes.
All right.
Should we go
Let's
check
go.
it out?
Barnabas,
Absolutely.
he stops. He goes, "Whoa, wait. There's a melodic nature to it. It's almost arcane in nature. The sound of the drum."
Try to
Summoning something?
Volo, would you care to take a stab at it?
Sure. Whoa. Our friend Barnabas is correct. There is something strange afoot. It seems to be some type of ritual. You can hear it. You can sense it.
Well, I guess we could proceed to that side. Can we continue down this, or do we have to go down and around like I did?
There's a path down. Basically, there's now you kind of have to go down this way and then cut across. But for the sake of brevity, we can skip to. You can make that walk easily. So the island itself, there's almost two sides to this island. So the island you're on, there's a small causeway that's here. It's very narrow. You can take that, or you could actually go down and then take the rocky ledge around. That would be more swimming to kind of go around. So you can take the causeway, or you can kind of go the way that Finn swam around before. It's just going up against the rocks itself.
It's y'all's call. I have wings now.
I'm going to.
Feligar, now you've always had wings. What happened to you?
They
You always had
remind us random moments.
I'm not gonna take this kind of crap from a one-eyed minotaur.
A one-eyed, one-horned minotaur.
We could jump down into the water and swim.
Now the jump here would be from the top. Would kill most people. Just the plummet itself. It's far.
But we'll be fine.
Yeah. McGrunden will be totally fine. All right, so basically your options are climb down to the causeway or go down and swim around. The causeway is narrow, it's exposed, and you just have to decide which way you want to go.
I prefer to swim around.
Let's do the swimming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take our chances because
Glendon, you cool with that?
we know they're over there eating. So that means they're on the land. They're more likely to be on other parts of the land. So
Okay.
swimming is probably the best bet.
They could be protecting the causeway.
You climb down the side without much of a problem. Finn, in the distance, since you're scouting, you do see several of these villagers similar to the ones that you saw before at the temple. In and around that causeway, there seems to be some structures back there that maybe they have a village or some type of encampment on the other side of the causeway. So as you get down closer to the water, Finn...
Hush! Sorry. I thought I was
Hush
muted.
up, Trevor.
These damn dogs just carrying on behind me.
As you get down to the causeway, you see that, and as you get closer to the shore, Finn, you step into the water. As soon as you submerge in the water, you look around, and this place is just... The amount of sharks here is unbelievable. They're swimming around, and they're kind of up in a frenzy. They are not bothering you at all. And you see...
I can actually communicate with them.
Ooh, you can. What would you like to communicate with?
Why are so many of you here?
A hammerhead shark swims by you, and you hear this this voice coming. Is it mental, or do you actually like...
Pretty Aquamanish.
Pretty Aquamanish. Okay. So the hammerhead swims by, and you hear it say, "Well, Umberly has commanded us to protect you."
From what?
All sharks everywhere must protect you.
Me or all of us?
There's a
Okay,
moment
so
here that kind of makes sense for you. You're thinking back now of how many times you've run into sharks since you left Port Nyanzaru. I mean, leaving Port Nyanzaru, there were tons of sharks. As soon as you got here in the bay, tons of sharks.
They
Are you-
never-
Are you
Yeah,
going to
they
eat all
never-
those?
Maybe she's not
McGrunden.
my enemy. Yeah, we ate a lot of them, didn't we? They protected my
delicious.
belly.
All right, so with that, are y'all just going to swim with the sharks?
I'm up for it. I'll tell them they won't harm you.
Barnabas gets in without a problem. Feligar gets in without a problem. Volo's going to go last. He wants to make sure I'll get in, but I'm going to go last. So Glendon and...
I figure it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for me to be flying in, so I'll get in the water as well.
All right. Now, for you being a bronze dragon, you still feel very adept in the water. You're very at home in the water. You actually can swim extremely well.
It's like flying in the sea.
Exactly. For you, it's you can glide through it. Glendon, for
Can
you...
I still breathe underwater?
No. That is gone.
Damn.
You traded breathing for flying. I think it's fair.
Agreed.
Good trade. All right. So...
I just need to know so I don't drown.
right.
Oh, by the way, you drowned.
All right. So with that, now Glendon, you struggle a little bit just because this is not... You don't swim a lot. You can. You're athletic. It's just this is not your normal thing.
I'm going to ask the sharks if they can assist Glendon.
They can. So the sharks all push and pull and tug and all of you closer in. Now, once we get...
Pulling?
Right.
Dorsal fins.
Dorsal fin.
Yep.
So,
Oh, I was thinking they were clamped onto each arm and dragging
I'm
them
totally
along.
going to Aquaman skis two sharks.
Now this is all quietly done.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the other side, the sun is going down. You're at dusk by the time that you get to the other side where this is at. It's late afternoon. It's just right when the sun is starting to go down. You get close to those docks that you were at before, and you see all of those tribal people that you saw before. You see most of them are all moving inside the temple at this point. In fact, as y'all are swimming, kind of stealthily going in, you see the very last one go inside the temple. There's light emanating from inside the temple itself, but it's darkness out here.
Is everyone wearing like robes?
Ropes?
Robes.
Robes.
Yes, they're wearing robes.
They're also wearing ropes.
I'm still gonna step through the shadows and see if I can find some robes. Look around for us.
Okay, so with that, we're gonna transition. So you are now on the dock. You go moving around. There's several columns outside of the temple itself. Everyone else is in the water. So are you gonna stealth in? Is what you're wanting to do?
I'm going to. Everybody seems to be heading towards this temple, so I'm going to look around what was left, like the town or whatever, and see if I can find some.
It's just docks. It's docks.
Oh, it's just dock and then temple.
It's dock and then temple, and there's a couple of boats. Now they're not wearing like big robes. They're just wearing it's part of their normal garments.
Okay, I'm going to tell them I'm going to go check this out. If it gets hairy, I'll be back.
Okay.
And I'm going to.
All right. So tell me exactly what you're doing.
I want to see if I can get close enough to hear what's going on.
Okay. You do get in. You kind of get up close to. You can using your shadow step ability. You're able to kind of like dive right up into beside one of these giant columns. You can hear them talking inside. You don't understand what they're saying, but you do hear several people in there. There's some chanting going on the inside, and you definitely hear some whispers and some raised voices. It sounds like there's anywhere from 8+ different voices that you're hearing on the inside.
Do I not understand the language?
You do not understand the language.
All right, I'm going to get back to Volo stealthily.
Okay, you get back to Volo.
I want to make a
Hey,
saxophone
man.
joke every time I hear it. I can't.
Hey, man, can you put the whammy on me that you did the other day and let me understand languages? They're speaking in another language up there.
I can, yes.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me, Big V.
Okay. So he's like basically like holding on the rocks. You know, he's got like he's like holding on to Feligar. He's reaching out his book. He grabs his staff. He's kind of like sloshing about.
Is
in
he
the
not
ocean.
getting up on the dock?
Everyone's in the water. No one's on the dock yet. Y'all are basically in the water, away from the dock.
We're letting you stealth around.
You should be able to get up under the dock and like
Okay.
get up on the shore that's up under there.
Well, nobody told us. We're out here with the sharks.
All right.
You should have said to get under the dock.
All right. So y'all get up under the dock.
You just disappeared into the shadows.
Volo, he cast this onto you to where you can comprehend languages. So that is now on you.
All right, be right back.
Okay.
Okay, the rest of us go under the docks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back.
You go back. You hear this tribal like chant going on, and you hear a good deal about of sacrificing. And there's a word that they're using that you don't exactly know what it is. It sounds like collateral to you, but it's not what it is. It's like payment. It's some type of payment, and they keep repeating over and over and over again. Let me give you a name. Okay, you're hearing they're talking about summoning or awakening something that has they say it has many names, and it came from the beyond, and they call it the Eye of the Deep. They call it Oculus, and the last name they call it is Dagon.
Ain't kosher.
No,
Ain't kosher.
no, it's not. So they're actually performing a ritual right now.
Correct.
So is this a big open temple or is this like a door?
You're on the outside of the temple. There is a doorway that you're not in. You're basically on the outside of this doorway. You're like laying up against the shadows of this stone. You don't even see them. You just see the shadows of them moving about, whatever brazier or candlelight they've got on the inside. You're just on the outside hearing the chants. There are other voices in the distance that you can hear murmuring. The only thing that you can hear right now is whatever this chant is. Whatever is happening in there, it feels very dark.
I'm going
They're summoning whatever's going to go destroy Faerun. They're summoning it. We got a glimpse of the future.
Are they summoning a Leviathan?
It's called Dagon.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
All right.
Google it after.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look inside.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a key point, and I'm going to cast silence.
Okay.
In there, and then I'm going to get back to the dock and come and bring in the cavalry.
So I'm
going to interrupt the ritual.
All right. So you want to cast silence in there. Okay. All right. The moment that you do that, this it's just completely muted. Like the voices stop. But what you don't hear it. You feel the rumbling on the ground of like feet. It's not a sound, but you feel the rumbling. Like there's a lot, things are moving around on the inside. It's not a sound, it's a vibration, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So whatever you've done, they're now moving about, and now you're moving back to the dock.
Yeah,
the rest
and I'm
of
saying
the
we
party,
got to get up there.
Yeah. So what? Kind of pantomime. What do you do as you're coming out? What are you doing? Because now there's a wall of silence between you and them.
Right. So I'm going to step through the shadows to get back to them as quickly as possible and say, they're summoning something. I interrupted it now. We've got to stop this.
Let's go.
Okay, so with that, everyone's crawling getting out of the seas, getting up on top of the docks. There are several of these pillars up top. Now, what we're going to be doing, I hope this works. This is a kind of a newer thing for me for Roll20. I'm going to pull the map up. We are going to be using dynamic lighting, so you're only going to be able to see what your character can see, which means that McGrundon and Finn, you do not have dark vision. I'm sorry, Finn does. McGrundon and Glendon don't. So let's move over to the map. So you should be seeing black right now. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So as I pull your characters over, the light will change individually. So there's Finn. Hold up. Finn, do you see now?
Not currently.
Okay, hold up. I'll have to give you light. Yep. Vision. Limited vision. Sorry, night vision. All right. And you have 60 feet of night vision.
Dark vision, but...
Dark vision. Yeah. I got you. All right. So now you see.
Okay.
All right. Glendon, you're going to be on the dock. McGrundon, you're going to be beside him. And then I'm going to start pulling out NPCs. Barnabas will be in the back. Feligar will be in the back. And then, who else do we have? Oh, Volo. Okay. As soon as you get up and you start seeing that, Barnabas immediately casts light on his stick, which is going to be a torch that I'm going to put out. So that will help everybody. So we're just going to put that there, and I'm going to give it light. And
that should be light.
That should help everybody.
What's still black to me within my range is that just walls?
Correct.
All right, so the circles that I'm seeing are the pillars.
Correct.
Okay. And the door is the two paths?
All right, pause for a second. Can y'all now see?
I can now see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're seeing basically off the torch the light that Barnabas now has. Like his staff is now lighting. So I'm just going to keep that token next to him. So you're going to be able to see based off of that. So good, this is working great. These are the actual maps to Isle of Dread. So this is great because finding these anywhere else was very difficult. All right, so with that, as y'all are running out, I'm sorry, Finn, you are up here. Okay. The rumbling is coming from here. As you're running, everyone else is crawling up on top of the dock. So what I need to happen right now is everybody needs to go ahead and roll initiative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add turns for everybody. Hang on, let me get the tracker out.
Do it.
Okay. Now for the sake, what I would like to do is I want Volo to go on McGrundon's turn. I want Barnabas to go on Finn's turn. And Feligar is going to go with Glendon. So they're not going to roll initiative, okay, for the sake of brevity. So y'all all roll, and then they'll just go with you. So there's McGrundon. We'll add one for Finn, and then one for Glendon.
Who's going on McGrundon's turn?
Volo.
Volo, gotcha.
Okay, and if y'all
How do I do it? How do I roll it again to where it'll update it?
just put it in there. It's fine.
Okay. 11.
Quick in between. How high up is the ceiling that these pillars are being held up to?
About 12 feet.
Is there a statue there? Is that what the feet are?
So there's going to be some markings on here. If I say it's not there, it's not there. So don't worry about the feet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So just so everyone understands the map has its own squares, and then the Roll20 has its own grid. We're going to be kind of going the best we can. I tried to line it up as best I can. It's hard. So basically you have a bunch of tribal people coming out of, there's two corridors that you're seeing. There's the one that Finn ran out of. You see them all piling out. You see 3, 4 coming out there. You see the rumbling, and actually now you can hear more coming out of this path as well. So these are 5-foot like squares, but like I said, we're just going to do the best we can because trying to get everything to line up just right. Now, with that, we're going to go with okay. So we're going to give this guy here, they're going to go at 15. Okay. And then these guys back here.
So is it like a magical darkness, or it's just dark because it's night?
It's dark just because it's night. Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a little bit of moonlight, but there's so much cloud cover at this point that light is what's going to matter here. All right, so let's just bring you up. All right, so McGrundon and Volo, what's McGrundon going to do?
McGrundon is going to take flight on his brand new shiny wings.
Okay.
How do they feel?
Like they always have.
The
second nature.
What? And I take it my fly speed's the same as my regular speed? Okay. So I will move 40 feet towards Finn and this group. Well, let's see if I can figure this out. I got 40 feet. It's not too bad. See if I can go like right there.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to try out my half-dragon breath weapon down this corridor.
Okay. Absolutely. So basically what's going to happen here is it's going to ricochet down the corridor. So all 4 of the people that you're seeing here all are going to have to make the saves.
I can't see very far. Am I supposed to be seeing more people? I only see like one guy and then parts of others.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I see 1.5.
Yeah, they're
1.5 guys.
They're coming.
They're coming. Don't worry, they're coming.
They're coming. All right, so the guys in front are going to fail their save. And the guy in the back, I'm gonna roll him. He's gonna make it. All right, so roll your damage. It's gonna be 46, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
It was
I think it's 46.
46, yeah.
Sprum. Ugh.
2, 4, 6. All right, so the guys in front take 6. The guy in the back takes
Hell.
3.
This is why I have a great weapon mastery.
All right. Let me show you
6
how
damage
it's done.
on 4 dice. What? Come on.
That's pretty bad. All right.
Bonus action. Can I feel my echo?
You can.
I can.
Yes.
I manifest my echo as a bonus action,
Okay.
and then I will end my turn. I'll find him while you continue
Just point of order, when you pull him up, he looks a lot like the way you used to.
Oh, come on. All right, nice. He's just gonna chill.
Okay.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
First, I'm going to move here.
Oh, pause. Volo.
Oh.
Sorry, Volo.
He never does anything.
Um,
Is he going to read a book?
he is going to he's going to reach over, and after seeing the light go down that corridor, he looks over at the other corridor, and he reaches out, and all of a sudden there's an illusion that drops over that it looks like there's a stone wall there, which is going to be here.
Excellent.
All right, now it's
That we're all seeing?
yes, everyone sees it, just whether or not you believe in it or not,
Okay.
which I'll roll for that.
All right.
I believe. I
No,
believe minus
the
average.
people running down the hall believe in it. Wow, that's amazing.
So I want to get to about right here
Okay.
and see if I see any more down the hallway, since I can see 60.
So it all has to do with the angle. As you move, your light will get better, and with that angle, that's what you can see. So it won't pick up until you drop it. But yeah, you can see 4 people in the hallway.
So I'm gonna look over at McGrundon and say, "Let me show you how it's done." And I'm gonna dragon's breath down the hallway.
Yes.
That's right. What type of dragon breath? You get to choose.
It's gonna be cold.
Cold, and that's a cone. So that's a cold. Okay, so all right. So they now will have to make a save for that as well.
The whole hallway is going to be cold.
Right. They're gonna make it the first 3, and then the guy in the back rolling separately is gonna fail. All right. So roll your damage.
It's 3d6.
Right.
You get 5.
So 10. It's 5. All right. So the first 3 guys, I'll take 5, and the guy in the back takes the full 10.
It's not what I meant. It's not what I meant.
I got you. All right.
And then with my bonus action,
Okay.
we're gonna do the defensive
Patient defense.
patient
Or,
defense.
yeah, that's what we call it. All right. All right. So
Key point to dodge.
So you let out this cold that just fills like the whole chamber. Like you see icicles growing on the side of the walls. The ground itself becomes difficult terrain as you're just blowing this out. Now you still have this going. It's concentration. It's not a one turn thing. You continually do this. It's basically a buff that's on you now. Until your hunter's mark or something like that. So you can just keep doing this every turn. So you let that out, and now you go into your dodge. Okay.
Does that mean it's your action every turn, or
Yes,
do you do
it is your action every turn. You don't have to do it, but you just have the ability to do it.
Okay.
It's a great spell. All right, so that is Finn's turn. Also on Finn's turn is Barnabas.
Light him up, Shelly.
The minus average.
Modest Savras is going to come running down this dock. He's going to get right by Glendon here so he can see his target.
Voice.
All right, he drops the flame of Savras on top of this guy in front here. And that is going to do... Sacred Flame is a D8, correct? Okay.
Sounds about right.
Does it actually provide light?
It's just a brief second. it just illuminates. You see there are 4. There's a 5th guy coming. You see the shadow of a 5th guy. But that does hit him.
Is this the hallway I dropped silence in?
Yes, it is. All right. Now we go to them. The guy in front of you, with his, he basically has this, looks like a halberd, like a long polearm. He's going to swing that at you. He will get disadvantage on the attack because of your patient defense. So that's going to miss. He's going to swing again with disadvantage, and he will miss. So you dodge both of the attacks. This other guy comes up, and he's going to basically attack you as well. You're not going to be flanking because they're right in front of you. He will get disadvantage on the attacks because of your dodge. He'll attack you with his halberd. 20 hit?
Yeah.
20 will hit. Okay.
Barely.
All right. So take 10 points of slashing damage. Make a concentration check for the Constitution saving throw. 10 is the number. To see if you hold on to your dragon breath. You do. All right. Now make a Constitution saving throw. Save versus poison. And you do.
Yeah.
All right, so he cuts you. You notice as he pulls it back, there's some type of sludge on the edge of their weapons. So as you do take the scratch, you do kind of push off whatever it is that is on there. But they do have poisoned weapons. And now this guy is going to go up to here, and he's going to shift past him and basically try to run past you to get he's running by you. So Finn, you can take your reaction to get an attack of opportunity as he runs past you.
That's the one that doesn't get the added damage.
It's just a regular attack. It's not an offhand. It's a main hand. What do we got?
12.
12 will miss. He runs right by you. Okay.
When he enters my threat range,
oh, that's right.
I will hit him with my glaive.
Okay.
Nice.
That will hit. Oh, man.
I'll take that. 1, 2, plus 2, so 10.
All
10
right.
damage.
He runs up to go to attack you, but right before he gets his blade up, you stab down at him. You cut his face right in half with it, and he just kind of falls over. One thing that you notice as you are putting basically your glaive right into his face, his eyes are completely black, and as you
It's the Capru.
As you cut through and pull it out, you see that black just melt out of his eyes and kind of mix with the blood as he falls over. It's just something you notice like in a split second. There's something going on with these people. There's something in their eyes.
That's what I yell. It's the Capru.
Is this guy? Did he hit the ground? Is he out?
He's out. Okay. All right. All right. This guy, he's gonna miss his action, stumbling through this minor illusion. He's kind of pushing through, and he thought it was real, and when he went to push it, he kind of fell through it. This guy in the back reaches over. He looks. He sees McGrundon. He looks down at the dock. He sees Folo, and you hear him cast something. Now, no one here understands what he says.
Wait.
Finn does.
Volo cast a spell on me.
Yeah, so Finn, you understand. He's saying something about you get back to the land that you came. He's trying banish ye. He's trying to
xenophobic.
And Volo shakes it off.
Oh.
There's a moment where you see Volo like start to fade, and he kind of shakes off whatever it is, and he's there again. So whatever he was trying to do was pretty
Tried
nasty.
to banish him? Oh my god.
How does Banish work? Is it a temporary thing, or does it just put you back to wherever you're from?
Well, it's normally temporary, but if you are in another place, it sends you back home, and you can't come back.
I think if Volo would have known, he'd have been like, yeah!
Please. Hooray, I'm home.
So if you get
Oh,
banished here, you
disadvantage.
don't come back.
Okay.
like dying in the Matrix.
Glendon and
All right,
Felgar.
I can't. I literally can't see anything, so I'm going to
You
come up
can't
here.
see it all. You can see. Oh, I'm sorry. The
No,
light.
I can. I can.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's the light.
Ooh. All right. Let me move them. And I still can't see.
You can see. The torch.
I just see like
There's a guy in front of you.
That's a pillar.
yeah, I see that. I'm trying to figure out how many guys are here. I
Two
guess I'd have to
directly in
move
front
around
of
There's
you.
to
two
see where I
directly
go.
in front of you.
Okay. I'll swing at this guy.
Okay.
Do a couple swings.
All right. First one's gonna miss. You come down with the blade. He reaches up and he parries your attack. Second attack. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd waste
Um,
smite because he killed him in one
I'm
hit.
not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure I'll regret that.
The
But
person that McGrunden hit had already taken damage from 2 breath weapons.
Oh, okay.
okay. Well, I'll smite him with a level 1 then.
Okay. So that's gonna
Only
be.
smite him a little.
Yeah. A mite
Smite-ish?
of a smite. This is what 3d8 plus 4.
It is, except this counts as a fiend, so it's another D8 for you.
Dang.
So
Okay,
it's
4d8.
So it would be 3d8, another d8 for the swords, 4d8. So it's going to be 8d8.
Okay, we'll do 4 first, and then another.
He has been smitten. So he goes
He's
to
been the Samotan.
he parries the first attack. You draw the sword back. As you reach it forward, whatever divine magic you throw into it with that unicorn, it melts his flesh, and you see the entire top half of his body just melt under the power of Myliki. Whatever it is that you're pushing forward, these things are afraid of it. It just melts his entire top half of his body.
Sounds good.
You smited him only a little for 50.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little. Oh, I'm gonna hidden step. I'm gone.
Oh, so you're vanished at this point. Yeah. Okay. All right. Also on Feligar, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right. He's as soon as you do that, he's gonna run by you. He's gonna basically jump and land on top of that body that you're in. He's going to attack the thing in front of you. It will hit.
Nice.
So he gets a D12, and then he gets another D6. So he does 11, 12, 13 damage. He didn't rage, but he is going to use his hammering horn. So after he hits with that, he's going to try to jam him with his one horn.
Nice.
And that will hit. Whoa. Okay, 13, 14, 15. Okay. It has taken a lot of damage. All right, so with that, he's bleeding, kind of pushing. He's kind of pushed him back into the corridor. All right, now the top. Okay, this guy's gonna step forward.
Is he the first person?
He's the last down at the bottom, past Glendon.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. This one here that did the banish, he should have done it. I put him out of order, but this is the guy up top. That's him. He hasn't gone yet. Let me just look at what he's going to do. Oh, you guys, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure. He's going to reach back, and he's going to let out a fireball that's going to hit the entire area, including his own guys. He's going to center it on McGrunden. So everybody, let's see, not Volo, 15, 20, Barnabas included, everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Is
So
it
this
not
is-
too close to him?
Nah, he can point it out.
14.
14 is the number, so you'll take half.
14.
You'll take half.
9.
McGrunden will take it all.
Wait,
And-
y'all get a +1 because you're right next to me. So
10. And my Echo, for no reason, gets a 19.
Well, it'll take half damage.
Then my Echo's dead.
All right, so we are looking at 27 total damage. So if you failed it, take 27. If you passed it, take half of that, rounded up as 14. This guy gets melted. This guy gets
what about
melted.
this purple guy, the caster?
He was protected from the wall. All right, so Finn, the two guys in front of you melt to this thing. You need to make a concentration check for your breath weapon. It's going to be a 14 as the DC for the concentration check.
I think I'm probably just going to let it go, but I'll attempt it. Constitution?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you let it go.
Okay.
All right. So you are no longer breathing hot fire. After
Nope,
he does
Not hot fire. Cold, ice.
Cold ice. After he does that, he's going to
Cold
run backwards.
as
1,
ice.
2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to run back inside.
Why can't I see?
He goes into the
Like-
darkness. There's a wall right here, and it obstructs your vision. Once you
Okay.
move up, the light will automatically go down the hall.
Okay, whose turn is it? Mine? Or
It
McGrunnen's?
is McGrunden's turn.
Can I hold my turn? Well, I can't. No, he doesn't have the torch anyway. Ugh. Well, I can't follow him into the darkness. So I'll step closer to this guy and I'll hack at him with my glaive.
Yes, you will. All
I'll
right,
do it twice.
attack.
Plus 5.
What?
4.
No.
20 and an 8. So
Okay,
once-
so the 20 will hit. Yeah.
I will re-roll the 2. There you go. 12 damage.
You stab and kill him as well.
Excellent. And as a bonus action, I will re-manifest my Echo over. Oh,
Okay.
hiding in the darkness.
All right.
That's it.
And now we're going to go up to Volo, who is going to run up to here. And you're going to see him brandish a torch. Well, that's what he's going to do on his turn. He's going to help with the light.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to catch up behind the guy.
Yeah, you're good. So the first attack is going
12.
to miss. That'll hit.
I will attempt to stun him.
Okay.
DC 15.
I am stunned. All right, so you
Okay.
run up behind him, you stab him,
Nice.
you stun him. He is stunned.
Bonus action. I'm going to stab him with my offhand.
Okay. This will be advantage because he's stunned.
Give him that Coupe de Gracie.
That's a crit. So, what's the total damage?
Looks like 6.
6 total, and then you hit him for 5 or 4. All right, he's actually dead.
Okay.
All right. So you stun him, he spins around, you catch him with the
Hooray!
offhand, you stab right between his face, and he falls over dead.
Okay. And with what little movement I have
Yeah.
left, can I? Oh,
You see
All
now?
right. yes. What am I seeing?
All right,
my
you
elf
look
eyes.
in the middle of the room, in the middle, at the bottom of the hall. You look down. You see what looks to be like some type of animal that's been like wrapped up in like some like a funeral attire, like wrappings and things like that. Like maybe it's like a sacrifice or something that is laying in the middle. It looks fairly large. Like it's got 4 legs. It's hard to tell because it's so wrapped up of whatever it is that they've got. But there's something that they were sacrificing or something here in the middle of the room.
Is that raised up or sunken?
It is sunken in the ground.
If I make a guess at what it is, and I tell you what I think I'm looking for, will you tell me if I'm right or wrong?
I don't know. That was the mother of all leading questions.
What are you, like a politician over here?
Is it a unicorn?
Does it have hooves?
It doesn't look like it has hooves.
Okay.
Not a unicorn, then.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So we're technically out of combat now, so we can just kind of like move. You've kind of killed everything at this
We
point.
marked them.
Huh? Yeah.
We marked them. Nice.
Okay.
All right. So while they're filing in, I guess I can.
Right. All right. So we'll move Barnabas in with his torch. All right. Pause. Just stop. Stop moving.
Okay.
All right. We got our torch bearers in. All right. So with that,
I'm gone.
well, I'll move you in. There you go.
I moved in.
All right. So y'all have all now moved in. Y'all have basically got some torchlight. You can see there's 3 rooms on the, we'll say the northern wall, closer to Finn. It looks like this was a lot of like domiciles. You see a lot of bedding strewn about here and there. There's furs. There's some meat cut up. This looks like where they were living, perhaps. But you also see just strewn around the whole room. You see lots of like small like bowls full of like burned incense. Like this room has a very odd smell to it. You smell some type of incense being burned. You also smell you know, the smell of death kind of permeates. Whatever they've got in the middle is like it's been dead for a while. Like it's got a like
It's a hell of an incense.
yeah. So it's just
To death.
Yeah, it's a very interesting smell. So we'll start with Finn. You kind of came in first, and you've kind of looked over the room. Let's pause on that, and let's go to Glendon. Glendon, what are you doing as you come in this room?
What a lovely room of death we've discovered.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to just mosey on over here to the secret doorway that we're not supposed to be seeing.
No, so here's the thing. Just so you understand about the maps, I can't cover everything, so I just moved everything. So if you see it on the map, don't worry about it. If it's there, I'll say it's there. So yeah, it's just a door. It's just a door.
Okay. You know what? I'll go up here and see. I can't tell what I'll go into this room.
Okay.
Even though I mean,
We'll
Take a torch with you.
Take a torch with you. There you go. All right.
okay. Oh, there we go.
All
okay.
right. So you take the torch. You go into this room. You start looking around. Give me an investigation check.
All right. I'm gonna guidance myself, I guess.
Okay.
$10 total.
Okay. You look about this room, and one of the things that you see around here, you reach down, and you find what looks to be some type of vase. And as you look inside the vase, there's something swirling. It's got a stopper in the top of it. And as you look in there, something is swirling about on the inside. It almost looks like it has like its own
Like a
something like intelligence.
Make it.
like is it a body swimming around like a fish, or it's just it's kind of
It looks like
ethereal
smoke,
and moving around
ethereal like a smoke.
Gotcha.
Drink it.
Might be a genie.
Drink
The
it.
Capru.
The Capru.
All right, as you're doing that, McGrundon, what are you doing about the room?
Oh no, I kind of pictured Glendon going up to the door and going, secret door on the clearly obvious Leodore.
All right.
I'm going to go over here and wait because I don't have a torch.
You can
Kind of
Volo's
need
with
both
you.
my hands for my glaive.
Volo's gonna be with you.
I send. I'll ask him to head this way. Down A, or hold the torch behind me, and I'll enter through here.
Okay. All right, so basically what you've got here is you've got there's two paths. There's one there's like a staircase going down where you see the A. There's a staircase going down into another room, which is here.
I see.
In here, and then you've got another room that a corridor that goes and kind of cuts to your right, which is what's in front of you. So is there one of the two that you were more interested in?
Yeah, the stairs. Down the stairs.
Okay. So you go down the stairs here, and the wall that you're looking at here has a lot of faded hieroglyphics in it. There's also all of these little slits into the wall itself, as if this is some type of viewing room. So it looks like people would come in here and kind of safely watch what's going on in the other room. Now, the door on the side, it looks like it probably was a secret door at one time. It's just been left open. But it doesn't have like a handle or anything that you push open. There's no doorknob. It just kind of slides open back and forth. But it's been clearly open for a while.
I start looking through the slits, see what I can see. What can I view?
These slits are just looking back into this room.
Okay.
And it's like it's a clear view of the center of the room. Give me an investigation check.
I will give you an investigation check. By pulling up my character sheet. Waiting for it to load. Or how about I just roll a d20? How about that?
Okay. You look about the room.
9.
You're looking about the room. You're kicking around a bunch of stuff. There's outside of some animal furs in here, you don't find anything of any value. The animal furs seem like they're pretty nice, but they're animal furs.
Yeah. Who cares?
Right. We'll skip back to Finn. What are you doing, Finn?
Finn is going to peek in here.
Okay. All right. So you go and look at the room. Give me an investigation check. Okay.
14.
You kick around the room. It looks like whoever was in here, looks like probably one of those high priests or cleric, whatever it is, the upper tribesmen. This was their room. As you look back, you see an old table. It has some scrolls and things like that. Not like, it's more like a historical text. You can't really tell. It doesn't look arcane in nature. But what you do is you open up one of the drawers of the desk, and you do find a small vial. Looks like some type of potion that you found. It's small, and the vial itself is like a cobalt blue, and it has a very intricate topper on the top of it. Like, it looks very special, whatever this is.
I'll pocket it.
And that's it. That's all you find in the room. Anything else?
Hang on. I'm trying to. My mouse is going crazy, and I can't.
Back to Glendon. Anything else that you want to do?
14.
Okay. In here, you find you do find some scrolls in here that in a book that looks very interesting, sitting on a bedside table. There's a lot of bed mats in here, bed rolls, but there's one bed that's has like a wooden frame. So it's like there was a lot of mats on the ground, but you see like a wooden framed bed. You do find a book of that. You open it up, you don't recognize the language immediately. But you could take it over to Finn, we're still on that. He's got an hour of comprehend languages on him.
Yeah.
Glendon found a book that has a strange language in it, but you're still under the spell of comprehend languages, so he's bringing it to you to look at.
Okay.
Help me understand. I went down some stairs, and then that secret door opens back into the room.
Yes, it does.
Does it like go up into the room?
Yeah. So basically, what you got is this right here is like a ledge. And so these stairs here, I'm sorry, it kind of goes up into this room, so you're looking out.
Gotcha.
I messed up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does that make sense? So you're like on
okay,
the same
I'm going to head...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to head back into the corridor.
Okay.
If it's my turn.
All right, 1 second. Finn, are you going to do anything with the book that Glenn's giving?
1 second.
Yeah, I want to look at it.
Okay.
I thought that was waiting on my turn.
Yeah. So you open up this book, you look over and you look at it, and it looks to be some type of ritual for mummification.
I'm going to slowly turn towards the thing in the middle of the room and kind of hold my nose and walk over there towards it.
As you get closer to it, you do notice that it seems to be slightly moving.
Guys, get ready to light this thing up with torches if we need to. And I'm going to take a sword and kind of flip some stuff over and look and see what I see?
All right, so you go and you kind of move some of the bandages off of whatever this is, and as you pull it out, you see tiger stripes under the fur. It looks like a saber-toothed tiger that they have, and it's kind of moving. As you do that, you see it stumble up. You get an immediate action before it gets to move, but it's stumbling up.
All right. Do its eyes look cloudy and inky?
Yeah.
Not good. Okay. Attack.
All right, so go ahead and roll a quick attack before we do anything else. We're going to keep the same initiative order. We'll just kind of keep it easy. All right, roll. Nope. You stumble back as it comes up. You make a one attack at it with one of your swords. You miss, but you get extra attack, so go and swing again.
Okay.
That one lands. It lands true. So make your damage. Your damage is already in there, 2.
Yeah. And then with my bonus action,
okay,
I'm going to be in here.
You're gonna not misty step, but
I'm just stepping the F away from this thing.
Okay, all right.
Shadow steppy.
Shadow step. All right, so you barely,
I'm just like barely in the room.
Right, you barely punch at it, and then you move out of the room. Okay, so we're basically gonna go in this room here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to keep the initiative count. So, Finn, you just went. I'm going to slide the tiger in at this 15, and then Glendon's going to go after that. Okay?
Is the altar above us or below us?
It's below. It's low. So, this whole room kind of goes down like this. Okay. So, it's below. Also, who goes on Finn's turn? Barnabas?
Oh, God. Volo's on the same level as this stupid thing.
Hi, Volo.
That's girl.
Hi, Volo.
How did all the NPCs end up on the lower level?
All right. It is going to leap out at Volo.
No.
It's going to claw at Volo.
I changed my mind. I didn't leave.
That will hit Volo. Volo is going to get Tiger Clawed for 11. And then it's going to reach out and try to bite him.
No.
That's going to hit.
Doesn't he get +1 AC because of you? Danny?
Not AC.
Surely he's got to do.
No, I didn't activate it. Oh my god.
All right, it reaches over, it grabs Volo by the neck and like pulls him down to the ground. All right, he's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
You guys remember when Wes got Volo killed?
All right, the DC for this is 12. He gets +1, and then he gets. Okay, is he in range for your aura?
10 feet.
No, he's not. He grabs him. As his jaws close into it, you see Volo just turn to dust.
What?
Volo is gone. Okay. Glendon, your turn.
Wow.
You guys remember when Wes got Volo killed?
He turned him into cocaine.
Yeah, there's a pile of dust where Volo used to be.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. Let's take this thing down.
Well, I guess that's what you get for standing next to an altar with something wrapped in mummy bandages.
Okay.
I'm moving my character, but I don't really see anything.
Is the torch? Does that help?
I think I have to move the torch too.
Are there other rooms
Okay, there we go.
that we haven't seen?
I think you're about. Yeah, I can't. This is
I'll hack at it twice.
Okay. All right. So you go and stab at it. Go for it. This does count as undead.
Okay. So I think it's an 18. Yeah, 18.
Okay. That'll hit.
No.
And that'll miss. But the 18 will hit.
Okay. All right. That's a D8 +4.
Does Felgar go on Danny's turn?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I'm sorry. D8 +4. I'm sorry. I did 4 D8.
That'd been great. Okay. So 9.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, so you come down, you slash at him. As you cut through him, some of his bandages fall through. You see part of his flesh like pull away. You see he's completely rotted on the inside as you swing. Is there anything else you want to do with a bonus action, or are you good?
I'm gonna smite him. Can I smite him?
You can smite if you want to add a smite. What level?
Yeah, level 2.
Level 2.
Yeah.
3d8.
The highest. All right. This thing
Does
just
smite give an
smited
extra
it.
d8 if
Turn
it's
it to
undead?
dust.
If it's undead?
Yeah, 1 plus 1d8.
All right, so add another d8 to it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
16 plus another d8.
17.
17. All right,
Can't
there we go. All right, so again, you rip through that unicorn energy comes through the sword. You cut through the tiger. The tiger immediately turns. It has its complete focus on you now. With that, Feligar is going to rage. He's going to run up next to it and slam him with his axe. He will get advantage on the attack because he's flanking him. That 19 will hit, so it will be a d12 plus another d6 radiant damage for his ability, which is only a 1. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Okay. All right, so he cuts into the mummified tiger as well, and we go to the top of the round. We go McGrundon.
McGrundon!
You hear all kinds of horrible whatever happening in the other room. You're not exactly sure what's happened. You hear tigers roaring. You hear explosions. You walk in. You see a torch laying on the... Oh, you had the torch, didn't you?
I did.
All right, so you walk in. You've got torch. You look over. You don't see Volo anywhere. He must be hiding somewhere. You see them fighting this mummified tiger in the middle of the room.
Well, I don't want to drop the torch just onto the stone, so I'll drop it on this. There's like a pile of dirt or something. I drop the torch onto there, and I pull out my glaive.
Okay.
And I charge in on this tiger.
All right.
Oops.
I got you.
As you step over the sawdust that was once Volo.
Well, I step through whatever that dusty dirt stuff is.
All right, and with this, you will get advantage on your attack because y'all are basically surrounding the tiger at this point. So roll 2 d20s. First attack.
Okay.
All right.
Attack 1.
Attack 1 will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, sorry, that was me rolling the second attack.
We'll take it because it's a crit. So now
I
roll
will.
damage
All right.
on your first attack.
Damage on the first one.
All right. So,
8 damage.
okay. And damage on your second attack.
My second attack will be 9 damage.
It's a vicious weapon.
Oh, plus 7, so 16 damage.
Correct.
Forgot about my crits.
Right. All right. So you go and you stab it. At this point, you cut off its back, like its back leg is completely heaved off of it. So it's like it's limping around at this point. It looks like it's barely hanging on, like parts of it. Y'all are just ripping into this thing, but it's still around. And that is going to get to Volo's turn, and then we're going to go to Finn's turn. So Finn, it is now your turn.
Poor guy.
That's just wrong.
It's
I'm
round.
going to step over here
Okay.
and then run and jump and come down on top of it.
Okay. All right. So you run, jump with both your attacks. All right. So give me a main attack. You will have advantage on the attack. Y'all are all just circling this thing. That's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. 6 damage.
Yep. I haven't done any
Finn,
hunter's marks, so.
what does this look like?
Well, I got to roll this because I was already clicked on it. As I run and jump and come down through it, I just stick it right through the head and pin it to the podium thing.
Okay. As you pin it down, all of the bandages kind of go loose as all of the flesh just turned to dust. So now it's just it's a skeletal corpse of the saber-toothed tiger and some bandages. So he's gone. You have defeated the mummified saber-toothed tiger. And with that, Glendon.
Not all of us.
Glendon.
We didn't all defeat it.
Finn, Barnabas. He's running around befuddled, and he runs over to the ground, just kind of like holding the torch over what used to be where Volo is. You see some of his belongings, like his satchel and his stick is sitting there, but he is completely dust. Like his clothes are there, but there's nothing left of Volo.
We did this to him.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Any last words for Mr. Volo?
I think I can come up with some. Let me consult the mighty Savarus.
I want to take his book.
Okay. I love how this guy's been dead 10 seconds and you're already like...
No, I'm not like pocketing his stuff. I'm just making sure it doesn't just lay here on the floor.
The mighty Savarus says, "Time makes one wise. Ask advice from someone older than you."
I'm just gonna kind of pray silently for him. Kind of.
What exactly are you doing? You gotta give me a little bit more than pray silently.
I'm gonna ask my Leaky if she'll bring him back.
Can Savarus rewind time, Barnabas?
If I could turn back.
Time.
Okay. All right. As you are praying for my Leaky, blade in hand, just looking over Volo, give me a religion check.
Okay.
I'm imagining the music from Legend of Zelda, like when you went into the church, just like doo doo doo.
I know, right?
Okay. So as you are praying, your sword begins to light up, and Barnabas looks over. He sees what you're doing with the blade as well. He reaches over to grab the blade, to hold it with you, and with that, there is a moment where time stops and things begin to rewind, and everything that just happened, everyone is moving back to where they were. And as you are coming back in, you see yourself standing over the mummified tiger, and everyone is standing there before him. And you look down, and everyone is still here, and it is still asleep.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to tell everybody, don't F with the tiger.
So everyone goes back to their original positions.
I was here because I was the one next to the tiger.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get... Everyone goes back. Something has happened. You've rewound time. Volo is standing up, and everyone has rewound to where they were.
Danny was kind of over to the side.
But now he's here.
Okay.
And Barnabas is back here.
Do we know what happened?
No.
A tricksy time.
Whose turn is it?
I'm sticking out my sword like I was about to flip the bandage off of
So
it.
he's about to flip the damage. You're standing here right next to
Yeah.
it. Glendon, what do you want to do?
I'll just block with my sword and be like, this thing is bad news. This thing is bad news.
Okay.
It's a mummy tiger.
As that happens,
It's going to kill Volo.
it starts to stand. McGrundon's in the other room. You tell Finn to stop. It starts to move. Glendon, it's your turn. We're still going down the same initiative order. Glendon, it's your turn.
Ooh, it's starting to move. Okay. I'm going to yell at Volo to get the hell out of here.
Okay.
I guess I'll just...
All right. Also, your second level smite, you've got it back. That never happened. You have somehow rewound time. All right.
Gotcha.
So now make your attack.
All right, I'm just going to...
Okay. Make your attack.
Stand in front of Volo.
Okay. that lands.
Okay. And I'll smite as well.
Second level again.
Deja vu.
So it'll be 48. It's going to be 5d8 total damage with the second level because it's undead.
All right. Yeah, plus 4. All right.
Okay. So 22 damage. So starting over, 22. All right. You slam it. It immediately turns. It has all of its focus now on you. You have another attack.
All right.
And you miss. Top of the round, McGrundon, you hear something roar in the other room. You hear like this explosion of energy that you've kind of heard before, this rumble. What do you want to do? You run in, you see Volo standing in front of you, looking down at this saber-toothed tiger as he's squared off now with Glendon and Finn standing next to him. What do you want to do?
Well, I step into the room, and when I see everything going on, I just jump straight over Volo
Okay.
and take flight.
Okay.
And I'll swing past, and I'll with my glaive
All right.
and come sliding in on the
And now
tiger.
you are attacking with advantage because you're flanking.
Attack number 1. That is a
It'll hit. Roll
18.
damage.
All right. Rolling damage. 7 damage.
That lands. Second attack.
Second attack
That will hit.
is a all right.
Roll damage.
That's going to be 7 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I will use the butt of my glaive.
Stab. Okay, got it. Attack.
Stab, stab, and whack. It's a 14.
14 will hit.
All right. I will re-roll the 2
Okay. And get the 2.
2 and 2.
and get a 2. So 4 damage.
Gotcha. Okay. So you attack, you hit it with the butt of the weapon. Y'all are just tag teaming. Now we go to the back to Finn. It's your turn.
Since this is all torchlight, I'm assuming there's shadows freaking everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm going to go over here, pick up this torch,
Okay.
and come back over here and stick it out and set it on fire.
Okay. All right. So basically,
Yes.
just make a melee. You can. All right. So bonus action to the torch, action, movement action to
Walk.
come back, and then you can swing twice because you have extra attack with the stick. All right. So roll.
So like unarmed, maybe?
No, it's basically a club attack. So just regular attack. A torch is technically a club.
-1, because I'm rolling the +1 swords.
Right. Okay. That'll hit. So it's gonna do. So basically, what it's going to do here is where you would have rolled for a crit, because it's vulnerable to fire. It's going to take that full 9 damage, plus your strength modifier, which is what, 2?
I think that's already baked into this.
Is it? Well, no, because you rolled 8. I'll say it's 10. All right, and then roll the second attack. All right, so you catch it on fire. It kind of rolls back. Now it's looking at you because you have a flame. Attack again. It will land, so that's going to be a full 11. Okay. Now it's going to leap at Finn, because it's holding fire. Did you have a bonus action, or that was... No, you did. Bonus action to go over there.
Did I crit it on that second one? I mean, I get advantage since I'm flanking it.
You did, so that would be another... Actually, you're right. The crit would actually... Yeah, so with that crit attack, I apologize.
Nice.
You go to attack, the entire thing engulfs in flame, and it dies. Like, it melts in front of you. It turns back to dust. So the
Nice.
crit actually saved you. Yeah, it didn't have much left. All right, so somehow y'all have reversed time. The only person who's aware of this is Barnabas and also Glendon. Volo is alive, and y'all have defeated the saber-toothed tiger again.
Excellent.
I'm going to look at Danny and be like, what are you talking about?
We fought this thing, and it killed Volo, and me and Barnabas prayed in a reverse time, and this was the second fight, but it turned Volo to dust.
And I didn't used to have wings.
Yeah, and when he says that, I'm going to be like, what is going on?
Time works
Time
off.
Tombs from Hyperion. There's a great book. if you
Because
haven't
I
read it.
believe them. I believe them, honestly. I mean, because
Right.
I have no reason to not believe them. So you didn't have wings at one point.
At one point, no. It was when I put the necklace back on the statue of Umberly.
Barnabas is all things going cattywampus.
Cattywampus.
Barnabas,
Should we continue our exploration?
Some time
Can-
shenanigans going on.
Barnabas, can you speak to
Time
Savers?
shenanigans.
What is going on?
Oh, well, I can certainly try if y'all want to take a sit and rest in here.
Sure.
We could give about 10 minutes. Wink, wink.
Do a short rest.
Let's have a short rest. Yeah.
So he pulls out the shell. He goes back. Well, what exactly you want me to ask Savers?
Time is apparently not behaving correctly here. What is our mission? What should we do? I have a feeling like if it keeps rewinding, obviously we're meant to do something, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I will consult the bones and see what Savras has to say. And he rolls the bones. He kind of looks at me and goes, well, it seems very odd. It seems that time is acting as it should, but there are powerful magics involved. It is not that of the gods at all, but some powerful magic is at work here. It's very strange.
Is there
So
still
the
an
sword-
area we haven't looked?
Not in this room.
Right down this corridor, though, right? Over here.
Yeah.
Because remember, I'm kind of metagaming, but you heard multiple voices more than what we faced in here. I'm guessing.
That's not metagaming. Sure. Y'all talked about it.
I'm kind of guessing there might be more peeps in here
We should
somewhere.
continue on.
Yeah, they still trying to summon whatever thing is supposed to go and destroy Faerun.
Before we go down this corridor, keep the torchlight back here, and let me do a little sneaky stealthing up to see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I won't give
Oh.
us away. It's all in darkness. I'm just like doop, 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 doop.
Right.
No, I totally agree. I totally
All
agree.
right, so let's pause on the map part of this for a second, okay? So Finn, you go down this corridor. There is some steps downward, and as you get down, you see a wall, and it turns to a sharp turn to the right, like a 90-degree turn to the right. Okay, give me a quick perception check.
Is it going below sea level?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Perception.
Not yes.
It
Yes.
is. You're heading in that direction. Okay. You stop cold as you look in front of you, and about 15 feet in front of you, you notice that the tile or the stonework is extremely fragile, like more than it probably should be. As you look about, you see that any weight on it would give, and it looks like some type of trap directly in front of you. So it's
Are there
about
any
15 feet.
Are there any ledges or any like places that somebody could stand if they weren't regulated by gravity and or the floor?
A little bit, yeah. There's probably 6 inches or so on the side that looks like it's okay. You could easily shadow step to the other side, though.
Yeah, I want to look at the floor and see if it looks good over there and kind of shadow step to the other
Sure.
side. And now that I've known about this, I'm going to pay very close attention to the floor.
Okay. As you go forward, you see it turns to the left and again to the left again, like it's going to like completely hook. There's a door in front of you. As you look into that door, you see a larger room, probably 15 by 15 feet in front of you. So you've gone down a corridor, left, and then you see another a doorway that's open and another room. You peek in that room and you see some type of altar on the inside. That altar, as you look at it, you see that it's got these arms out, and you see the head sticking up that has these long tentacles coming from the front of its face.
Are there any people in the room?
No. But there's another door on the far side of that. At this point, I'll bring you down so you can see.
Okay. So walking back, I know that my friends can't get over the 15-foot section in the floor.
Right.
Can I
London
look at
can.
it?
So the T area here that you see, you can see that's the trap area.
Can I look at it and try to figure out how the trap works?
It looks like it's just a pressure plate. Like as soon as you step on it, it gives. It's barely propped up. Like they've got like these very flimsy sticks holding this up, so any weight on it whatsoever would drop you.
Oh, so it's just like a false floor.
Yeah, it's a false floor
How high up is the ceiling?
that you're in right now.
Yeah.
8 feet.
Is there anything in the roof to hook like a rope to like swing across it or anything?
You don't see anything like that, no.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the guys.
Okay. All right. So this you can go to here. And actually, now that we're in this room, I'll tell you what, I can do y'all a little bit of a favor here. Let me change a setting on this. We'll go into Explorer mode. All right.
Is that where everything you've revealed it stays revealed?
Right. Right. So that way, you can kind of uncover the map.
Engage in explorer mode.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna tell them proceed this way and that there's a trap in the floor and be careful.
Okay. All right. So with that,
I will be careful.
since everyone knows where this is at, you can everybody can just kind of like hold on to the side of the wall and kind of tiptoe to the side. As you're going across, Barnabas is kind of, you can feel it like part of the floor crack as he's coming across of it. You hear part of the floor fall, and you hear it splash. So whatever this is, it's dropping extremely far into water as y'all are getting across. Not really sure. It just seems far.
Okay.
Okay. So for the sake of y'all, we're gonna get to this room down here. So we're just bring the torch. So everybody is. I'm not gonna move all the tokens. Just everybody's in this room. You get down to this altar. You see basically this very elaborate like marble stone altar here, and you don't see it's like from chest up. You see this statue holding its arms out like this. You see this head. Kind of bulbous, kind of pulled back like this with these tentacles like sticking out, and then looking out. Same like black onyx eyes that kind of favor the villagers that you saw up top.
Can I smash it?
Oh yeah, you can.
I would like to smash it.
Okay. You start cutting away at it, and you break it without a problem.
And just shattering on the floor. Kind of a take that.
Gotcha.
And then no fonts of magic around here. For whatever.
I'm gonna
purposes
look over
they're
at
using.
McGrindon and be like, "Do you feel better now?"
Yes. Who nobody knows what kind of sorcery is going on in here.
Okay. With this, the door.
Leave me be.
The door is open. Y'all came in. There's a door to the left that you came in. There's another door to the right that hooks around. As that looks, you look, and it goes further down to another level of this. It looks like maybe it's just another level of the dungeon. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to pause here for next week. So before we go into a whole other level of the
Sounds
dungeon. Good. Do y'all want to rest now that you've cleared out this level?
I think we just took a
I'm
short
at,
rest,
like
right?
half my life, so
I mean, do y'all want to take a long rest? Is my question.
Oh. Do we need a long rest? Do you want to do? You roll some of your hit dice to recover your health.
Well, also remember that Glendon needs to rest.
Oh, he needs his spells, right?
His spell
Okay, yeah.
slots
We
back,
can
right.
we can long rest. We can long rest.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a pause here. We're gonna take a long rest, and next week we'll pick up as y'all continue further down into the temple dungeon here. And until next week, keep rolling with advantage. Thanks.